Hi everyone, Dylan here. Exciting tutorial today because we're going to show you the OpenAI ChatGTP integration. We have that now in public beta, and we're going to show you how that is integrated into our product and how you can set up the component. So let me open a demo chat interface here. Go to the builder. There's already a lot of components here, but I'm just going to add the OpenAI component or the ChatGTP component here. You can select it from a list of other components, and you just add it here. There's a message that we're in beta. If you have any unwanted issues, let us know through our support channel. So building the component consists of two steps. The first step is a prompt that you basically give, or just a starting message that will make sure that the user then gives a question. So here you say, ask us anything, and then the user will give a question. You can also translate it to your own language or give another message. Of course, you have the back button, skip button. Then there's the confirmation message was that helpful. And then we have 3 action buttons. And this is quite important because after every answer the AI gives, we give 3 action buttons. You can modify them. But the functionality is that if you do yes, that helped, we move back to the rule-based flow of the conversation here. You can have chat with human. That will open the live video chat component. And then we have ask another question, and that will make sure the AI, that user can ask another question to the AI. So those 3 buttons are there. You can also turn them off. You can select which ones you want, and you can adjust them to your own language. Then we have set up OpenAI integration. So I actually already did some testing, but with our own website, of course. But you can basically crawl any website. Load it. The crawling takes a certain amount of time, depending on how big your website is. So let's crawl our website, which is not very big. We'll see how many pages this has in a moment. It will take some time. But yeah, you'll get a list of URLs with corresponding characters, and you can select which URLs you want to train the AI on. So here it is. That's how many? 153 pages. And I can basically select all of them also. And I can also turn like the privacy policy off, cookie policy, terms and conditions. I mean, depends on what you want, what your goal is, of course. We also have a file option, text, and a Q&A and knowledge base. These are work in progress. And also the sitemap and loading of the web page is also work in progress. So here you see characters. And this is just how many characters are on the page. And we need to train the AI on a certain amount of characters. So yeah, that's there. And also once the AI starts running on your website, you get a certain amount of tokens depending on your plan that you have. And 1 token will correspond with around 4 characters. So that's just something good to know. So what we can do now is scrape my data. And what it will do is it will scrape all these web pages and train the model or train the AI on these on the characters on these web pages. So we're doing that now. 151 pages, 171,000 characters. So that should not take too much time. I mean, obviously, the bigger your site is, the more time it takes. So here we can go to save next. And then we're here at the, here you can configure certain characteristics, behavior, and the limits. So we have a default API key, but you can also use your own API key. So if you want a smooth experience, it's probably better to use your own. You can easily set that up in the OpenAI playground, but we also have a default, so you can just start working with that as well. Then there is a then there is the model. So we have GPT 3.5 Turbo for now. We'll be adding 4 in the future and possibly other models as well. This is the initial message I actually already talked about. Ask us anything. And then we have here a base prompt that gets sent. Um, that is sent to that is used to train the AI. So, but this will give this also takes an amount of tokens because it also consists of characters. So the longer you make the prompt, the more um, tokens are used in every message. So please consider that. This is a default prompt. You can also easily translate it to your own language. It's not even, yeah, so the default answers will be in English, but it can also answer in any language. I'm going to show that later. So what we have here is a start message. So when the user enters the chat, you'll get a starting message and an ending message before the so at the end of the sequence. So then we have here how many tokens do you want per message? So what I said, one token corresponds with about 4 characters. So yeah, you want to play with this. We're keeping it, we have the defaults here for 160 0.1. The more tokens you do per message, the faster you'll run out of tokens, basically. Let me put this one back around here. Yeah. Yeah, so then there's also the rate limit, and this prevents abuse from users by limiting the amount of messages sent from one device. You can change the values here. So 20 messages every 180 seconds. So you can make this how you want, but we don't want to have users abuse the chat. So that's a good safety mechanism. Yeah, I think you guys lost me in the process here, my face. So I'm back. So we just touched upon the rate limit. So this will make sure that people don't excessively use the chat, the AI, and we also have the temperature option which will make sure that which corresponds with the creativity in the answers. So we have a default 0.1. You can play around with this, but for default we keep it at 0.1. Yeah, so you also have some suggested buttons. I'll show that later, where you can say what are your features, and then people just click on that. For now, that's not really necessary. Okay, then I do save and next. And then what I can just do is select the data model and deploy it. And it will be saved in a moment. Yeah, the good news is that that the component can be integrated into an existing conversation flow. So you don't just have an AI chat. You can really use a rule-based chat also to collect some contact information or add some multi-choice buttons that you can find out who your user is. That you can create different conversation flows. So that's really, really cool. So then I'm going to save and finish, save here, and then then we're good to go. So yeah, this is how it will work. So I can say, what are your features? And it's trained on our data set, so it will just give answers based on the data it has. I can say yes, that helped, and that will move me back into the conversation flow I have here. So it'll move me to ready to see what I can do. I can chat with the human. It will make sure that I move to the live chat, and here I can ask another question. And I could say, what is your pricing? Or what is the pricing? Yeah, so we have the price and the answer for the pricing. It's also trained on our help center, so I can check that also. How do I build a chat interface? Yeah, so here it gives an answer how to yeah, how to do that. So that's how the AI will work. And yeah, and then when I do yes, that helped, it will move me back into the conversation flow. So that's actually quite cool. So that means that you could, yeah, you can create conditional logic. So you can actually say, you can also move the component, for instance, ready to see more. Wait, right here. And then we could say, wait, then we could say, let's move it here. And then we can create conditional logic. So we can say, for the AI chatbot, move it to ask us anything. So let me show how that will work. Here, let's go. So we're just going through a rule-based chat first. We're getting an email address here, and then I can say this is just our chat bot flow, but I can say I want to see the AI chatbot, and then it moves me to the AI chatbot. So you can really make it conditional and create different flows, which is quite cool. Yeah, and here we also have the version. So we have it as a landing page, but we can also have it in the widget, of course. So that's also there. So yeah, it's the first, I think, very good AI integration for WeConnect. And yeah, of course, we're going to keep on building onto this, but yeah, it works within the flow. There's fallback options to live chat, video chat, so it's actually quite complete with the rest of the product. So yeah, yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. And yeah, try it out and let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye bye.